What's going on, guys? It's K-Dub here with another episode of CryptoZombie. Welcome back to the channel. Hope you're having an all-right day today. So the moment has finally come, guys. After being rejected at the 200 daily moving average for Bitcoin, I think it's quite clear that we are now officially headed into a bear market. So unfortunately, I did sell all of my Bitcoin, and I don't know how many videos I'll be putting out, to be quite honest. I've just kind of had enough of it, and yeah, guys, obviously, I am totally kidding. It is April Fool's Day. You guys know I would not sell my Bitcoin.
Ha ha, very funny, motherfucker.
In fact, if we have a look at this beautiful, beautiful monthly candle close for Bitcoin, we have had a very nice day. And like Matthew Hyland had pointed out, we are in fact breaking out of the falling wedge RSI. So guys, in today's video, did we not speak about this exact level? Did I not tell you that the CME futures gap was going to get closed? We came down here, we bounced perfectly off the bottom of this level, and from bottom to top of the move right now, we are in fact up 6%. I did take the long trade like I said I would, and I hope that you guys were able to get in on this trade as well. So if you are interested in learning how to trade, my friends, definitely check out the tutorial popping up above. $8,000 in bonuses below. Did we not nail this one, guys? We absolutely nailed it. But that being said, guys, since today actually is April Fool's Day, I usually actually don't make videos on April Fool's Day because you really can't trust anything in the news, but I am going to bring a few things to you today. Today's video is going to be a little bit shorter than usual, so obviously, guys, if you could drop a like, drop a comment, it helps to push the video out. YouTube doesn't like short videos. So what I do want to talk about is why we actually did see this dip, specifically some key levels that we do need to watch. There also is another really crazy Bitcoin price prediction that came out from VanEck this time as well, and I also want to talk about some bullish news from Washington State in the US. So if that sounds good to you, you know what to do if you're not subscribed. And of course, guys, just so you know, today is the absolute last day before this ticket price increase over at Bitcoin Miami. So there is 12 hours at the time I'm making this video, might be even less by the time the video comes out. So if you want to get that 10% off, use the code ZOMBIE, and also make sure, well, don't make sure, but if you want to get another 33%, you can use Bitcoin. So let's dive in. Let's have a look. So we absolutely smashed this, guys. I mean, I literally was saying it for an entire week. I said, we need to retest down at this support right here, right? And I said, we're probably going to dip below it. We got perfectly into the blue zone. This is exactly where we put in our longs. And as of right now, currently, if you time the bottom exactly, we're up about 6%. So if you did, something like even 3, which is a very safe leverage, 3 times 6, 18%, not bad. Or, maybe you went higher than that. I don't really know what you did specifically. 5 times 6 is even more. But that being said, guys, what is going on? Great. Okay, awesome. We had the move. We had the bounce. Now what? Is it enough to actually keep pushing Bitcoin forward? Well, you can see that we are still actually in this sort of rising wedge pattern, which I know rising wedges, inherently bearish patterns, true, but we have been dancing, at the bottom of this level, this $33,000, $34,000 sort of bottom, that's been holding us down right here for so long. The fact that we are officially trending upwards, putting in higher highs, putting in higher lows, also putting in higher lows on the macro, also putting in higher highs on the macro. Very, very good, guys. It does look like Bitcoin could potentially be setting up for a very bullish April. So obviously the level that we need to break is we have to get above this $46,600 level, but also keep in mind we have the right here we have the 200 daily moving average, which is pretty much flat right now, sitting at around 48,300. So if nothing really changes in the short term, then we need to see Bitcoin get above that $48,300 level. One thing you can say right here is we do have the 50 looking like it eventually is going to move above this 100. So this yellow line right here is going to eventually crisscross with the blue, which is sort of a golden cross, right, on the daily for the moving averages. So, but we do want to see the blue curve up. But ultimately, we have had a very nice trend up right here, as you can see. Very nice move to the upside. Guys, you have to expect the pullbacks, right? You can't just go straight up to the moon. You go up a little bit, you have that pullback, you retest that support. That's exactly what we were looking for. And yeah, ultimately we have spoke about the ribbon. We spoke about the double bottom. Bitcoin, actually, if you want to see something crazy, you can see right here, we basically dipped down into the ribbon and then completely bounced out of it. That is very, very bullish. That is showing that the ribbon is acting as support for the EMA. Now, we can see right here that the super trend is flatlining a little bit, right? We are anticipating this switching to green. It has not switched to green yet. Once it does switch to green, that is extremely bullish. It generally means that we are on, we're going on a tear. And, interestingly enough, guys, just pointing it out, I remember when we were talking about the day that the announcement came out that, Russia was invading Ukraine, and I showed you all those different charts from Charles Edward. I don't have them pulled up right now, but we were talking about how actually the day of the invasion, right, historically speaking, is usually the best time to buy the dip. And, essentially you could see here that, Bitcoin's up about 40% since then. So history is kind of repeating itself, right? But why did we see the dip? Well, we saw the dip, number one, technically, because we did hit the 200 daily moving average. That is sort of the level that traditional markets, kind of consider the bull to the bear market. So, it's not going to be easy. We're not going to just break through it like nothing. You knew there was going to be a little bit of turbulence, right? So the other thing that's going on right now is we are having the dollar bouncing. So you can see the DXY right here has actually had some pretty nice support. So the dollar bottomed out here at around 97.66, and it has bounced up since then. Bitcoin and the dollar tend to have an inverse relationship. So as the dollar bounced, Bitcoin fell as well. So that was the second reason. The third reason is that, like Dylan LeClaire pointed out, the 10-year and 2-year yield curves have officially inverted. So historically speaking, this is usually the precursor for a recession. So obviously the fact that this also happened had a little bit of traditional investors scared. And since some of them are actually in the cryptocurrency space right now, they do own Bitcoin, they will treat it the same way, right? Because they come from Wall Street, they come from a certain mindset of thinking, and they just treat things the same. So this happened, a little bit of a scare, right? Could we go into a recession? Well, it is possible. However, just keep in mind that generally speaking, when we do have these inversions, it usually doesn't really play out for another 12 to 18 months, right? If you look at what happened in 2006, we really didn't get the crisis until 2008, right? Started to see some of it in 2007. So it's not going to happen overnight. And if we do, in fact, go into a recession, that doesn't mean that for the next 12 months, we could literally see prices continuing to go to the upside. However, at some point, if it is a true recession, it could get pretty ugly, but it's not, like I said, it's not going to happen overnight. So we should be good. I wouldn't worry about like everything crashing tomorrow. And, obviously, as I made my video yesterday, we did know that the European Union was going to vote on a critical Bitcoin and cryptocurrency law. And yes, unfortunately, guys, they did vote in favor of outlawing all anonymous crypto transactions. So transactions of any size, both payers and recipients of even the smallest digital asset payment identified would fall under this litigation. Overall, it might be a massive blow for cryptocurrency privacy advocates in Europe. So you can see Patrick Hansen, he was following it the whole way through. He broke the news. So we have the econ and I guess it's the Libby, L-I-B-E, not familiar with that one, committees. It is European. I'm from the US, so, bear with me here. But essentially, they voted to approve an anti-money laundering amendment to the EU's transfer of funds regulation. It would require crypto service providers, usually exchanges, to verify the owner's identities of unhosted wallets with which they transact in advance of a transaction. It applies to conventional transactions over €1,000. So here's some of the documentation right here. Brian Armstrong, he was upset. He said, make your voice heard, contact your members in this tweet over here. And, in addition, Tether and Bitfinex CTO also said that the litigation represents a big step back for human rights. Now, I do wonder how they're going to do this, how it's going to play out. Because, a lot of people have their own wallets. So do you have to register every wallet? You have to KYC every wallet? What if I want to send funds to myself? What if I want to move funds from one of my own wallets to one of my other own wallets? Do I, where is that? I don't know. I have not read through this. And the CEO of Ledger actually had come out and spoke about it. And some people were freaked out saying, oh, maybe they're going to, implement something. And is my Bitcoin safe on my Ledger? Well, really, the only thing that they could do is they could force them to put some type of a thing inside the Ledger Live app, but ultimately, this is if you have your private keys, it doesn't really matter. This essentially just, signs the transaction. So really, I wouldn't worry. Like, they can't ban this specifically, you know, maybe just the app. But ultimately, you know, it is potentially a step back for, you know, everyone right now, which is interesting because according to CoinShares data, investors apparently are moving back into Bitcoin and Ethereum while reducing exposure to altcoins. The survey says that the price swings experienced during the first 2 months of the year are causing the shift, but also maybe, you know, all of this different news coming out, they don't know what they're going to do with this privacy stuff. They don't know what the SEC, for example, in the US is going to do as far as securities, right? Are these tokens securities? Probably a lot of them are. So there is a little bit of uncertainty right now around that as well. But here is the crazy Bitcoin price prediction of the day. So VanEck executives Eric Fine and Natalie Gershina have created a framework for valuing gold and Bitcoin if they were to become a global reserve asset. Their model predicts a top price of $4.8 million for Bitcoin and $31,000 per ounce of gold. They reached the 4.8 million figure by dividing the global money supply by 21 million coins, and that is how they figured it out. So performing this calculation, they use the M0 liquid money that can be used for immediate spending, which gives a price of 1.3 million per Bitcoin. However, if you add the M0 and the M2 money supply that economists favor, in results to a prediction of 4.8 million. So the executives point out that the upside of Bitcoin appears much higher than that of gold. And VanEck's calculations, even if, let's say, it doesn't catch on, given a 10% chance that the asset will become the global reserve currency, still puts Bitcoin at around $480,000 per coin. So that's that's like a much more realistic, you know, price target, 480,000. And, you know, like I said, we still don't even know what's going on with these sovereign wealth funds and all these other guys that Kevin O'Leary and friends are always talking about. But I do want to talk about a blockchain bill that was passed. So Washington State Governor Jay Inslee has signed Blockchain Bill 5544 into law after a turbulent 3 years and one veto from the day it was proposed. The bill will see the state set up a working group that will research potential applications for blockchain technology. So this is very positive moving forward. And I don't usually do this on the channel, but I am going to just point out one project, one coin that has been going absolutely bonkers. It's up like 100% in the past day. I'm not telling you to buy it, but it is Colt DAO. Now, the reason that this is pumping is because some people are speculating that it could be the creator that was behind Shiba Inu. Now, you guys know on this channel, I don't really promote any meme coins or shit coins or anything like that. And, you know, I'll be quite transparent. I did own some Doge like years ago, like 6 years ago I owned Doge, but I sold it way before the pump. I never owned any Shiba Inu. I totally missed out on that 100%. I know, right? And, you know, will I be buying some of this? To be completely honest, guys, you know, considering that I seem to just miss all these ridiculous, pumps, yeah, I'm looking to maybe get a little bit of this for fun. If you guys are interested, I have no idea if this is going to be the next Shiba Inu. I am not promoting it. It could crash today, but I'm just letting you know, everyone's talking about Colt DAO. And, you know, the last few times that I had shit coins, meme coins pumping up 100, you know, they'd be up 100%. I'd be like, that's crazy. I'm not touching it. And then they would just go up another 5 to 10x. And it's literally because people are just, it's not really very logical in the crypto space. So I'm just bringing you this. If you guys are interested, do your own research. I am not promoting this. If it does a 10x, congratulations. If you lose all your money, I'm just saying, you know, I'm going to buy a little bit, whatever, and we'll see. I'll just hold it and we'll see what happens. Not much, nothing that's going to break the bank, but if you're interested, check it out. Everyone's talking about it. So yeah, that's it. That's all I'm saying. I'll probably never talk about it again. Just wanted to let you guys know, totally degen move. Do what you want with that information. Not financial advice. Don't do it. Don't buy it. Don't buy it because I talked about it. Just don't buy it. But that's that. So finally, guys, you know, tickets are obviously 12 hours, they're going to increase in price, 33% off if you pay using Bitcoin, 10% off if you use the code ZOMBIE. And of course, if you do want to make sick trades over on, things like Bybit or Femex, make sure that you watch the tutorials, which are popping up right here, right now. $8,000 in bonuses. We've been absolutely killing it lately. Congratulations. I love you guys. You're awesome. Until next time, stay crypto. And of course, peace out.